Sup, everyone. My name is Ryu for the Council Network. This is the Supergirl Season 2, Episode 1 review, The Adventures of Supergirl. And careful for spoilers, if you have yet to see the episode, they will be rapidly wild. So if you don't want to be spoiled, I recommend not watching this right now and watching it later. And I have to say, holy shit, this episode was amazing. It literally took the best of what was Season 1, completely warped it on its head for the better, and you could see that the showrunners are doing a much better job than what was done Season 1. I do have to say. Now, you can blame that on the inclusion of Superman, you can blame that on the inclusion of Luna Luthor, you can blame that on the inclusion that they moved to Canada to actually film instead of LA. So there's a lot going on here that we have to talk about, obviously, throughout the episode. The biggest things I want to mention is that Gotham is officially canon. Not the show, but like the location Gotham is officially canon to the CW verse now. Because one guy basically says in the episode, the hell with this, I'm going to move back to Gotham. Meaning, now, I know that's an Easter egg, but just mentioning Gotham, and of course, like we did before, we got the mention of Coast City. Those places are actually out there, and I think that's super duper cool. It doesn't have to have, hey, look, here's Batman. That didn't need to happen. The Rogue for the week, at the very, very end of the episode, became Metallo because of Cadmus. That connected from Season 1 because they were mentioned. This is a definite good side of everything. I have no complaints whatsoever from the episode. It didn't feel super campy. They stopped the whole romance between Jimmy and Kara, so that's also a plus on my end. I didn't mind it because, she needs to have that love, like, Barry has to have his love. Same thing, it's cool. Just the spunkiness that Melissa Bennett brings to the table, just the enthusiasm this show has. It's not nearly as light-toned as it's super, fluffy as, it was for Season 1. It's more on where The Flash was in Season 1, and I like that. It's a definite improvement for Supergirl. Does it need to be as dark as Flash? When Flash is, killing off people? No. But it did a lot better. There's tension between Martian Manhunter and Superman, because Martian Manhunter gave kryptonite to the humans, and when Superman wanted it to be destroyed. There's history there. That history gets fleshed out in this episode. It doesn't get drawn out for 30 episodes. We get a new location for, obviously, Martian Manhunter's little alien squad. That's what I like to call it right now. The DOA, I think it is. I'm probably screwing it up because I'm just, super hyped up. I was not expecting the episode to be so good. And I may not sound super enthusiastic because I'm super duper tired and trying to get this review out to you guys, but oh my god, it was just so good. That twist ending, going from just this guy being an assassin into this guy coming back at some point being Metallo from Cadmus. There's so many things that could lead down to the pipeline. I'm super excited to say the least. I love the way they handle Supergirl's powers, the look of it, the CGI wasn't overdone. Cat Grant was in this episode, but not too much. Everyone had a good spotlight. Introducing Superman officially to the CW verse is amazing. And having him there was more welcoming than anything that we had in Season 1, to be completely fair. It didn't feel like the whole, you gotta be better than your cousin thing. All the weirdness that you felt from Season 1 just got thrown out for the good parts, And they did a much better job of putting this episode together and making it feel important. We still don't know the overall plot for what Season 2 will bring to the table, but it's definitely already starting off a lot stronger than it did in Season 1. Season 1 was extremely weak, and it's nothing against it. We also found out that Lex Luthor is in jail, and I think it's Lena Luthor is trying to run the company and be good. Maybe she's more, a little, not so evil, but she's not going to be great with Supergirl. I think it's just going to be one of those situations. Also, Kara is going to become a writer. That was something that was pretty much, in a way, sort of like just left for season 2 if they got to season 2, and they fleshed it out here in season 2, which on the first episode, which was great. Like everything that outside of the whole pod thing, which I was waiting to get to, has been resolved. And I think that's incredible because typically, like in season 1, it'd be dragged out for a few episodes. The pod thing, that should be a mystery that goes into the mid-season finale, maybe even past it to some degree. All they know is that he's an alien, he's not Metallo, he's not Cyborg Superman. From what it looks like, there's a lot going on here. And, of course, we did get Superman mentioning Kara's dad, which pretty much means he will come back at some point. We just don't know who the hell he is, if he's alive, to say the least. But I am just really, really happy. I'm glad they turned down the Jimmy Kara romance, because I think that would have pulled down the show just a little bit. And they really need to focus on the strong attributes of what Supergirl brings to the table, and that's exactly what they did in this episode. And I'm just so overwhelmingly happy about how good it was. There's so much more they can do, and there's certain characters that didn't make a reappearance just quite, quite yet. Cat Grant's speeches are some of the best writing dialogue I've heard in a long time, and just so heartfelt, and actually feels like if someone's having that conversation with you, but you're in the looking glass. I think it's so well done in this episode that it's one of the highlight points. There's really nothing to complain about for this episode. Everything felt pretty much on par with Flash. And I haven't dropped out the Arrow review, but I'll give you a little sneak preview of my thoughts from season 5. Season 4. No, oh, crap. No, we are on season 5. From the season 5 episode 1 opener. Just like Supergirl, it's a lot better than it has been. But Supergirl right now, its first episode was a lot stronger than Arrow's. And when I talk about it on, I want to say Thursday, is I'm going to smash the first and second episodes together. To do that, I'll just basically give a little preview here. The structuring just played out better for Supergirl than it did on Arrow, but Arrow's got a lot more fixing to do for its continuity for certain aspects to really get the fans back. Honestly, though, Supergirl is fantastic. You can pretty much skip season 1, because season 1 just really slow, and season 2 is off to a really fast-paced thing, and I want to see where it goes. I'm in love. I want to give it an 8 because I don't feel it deserves a 10, but I don't want to put it down like that because it is a great episode. That's why I always talk about not scoring things anymore. So, crazy moments happen. Metallo is going to be probably in the back half of the season. I'm really hoping for it. They need to just slowly, hint at it. Maybe he's the final villain for the season. I don't know. Probably Cadmus, but I think Cadmus to be stretched out. So we'll see what happens. I know I'm talking about stretching out stuff when I say not to stretch out stuff. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, Gotham review, WWE's Monday Night Raw coming up very shortly. But thank you guys so much for tuning in as always. Make sure to keep checking back for those videos. They'll be dropping out throughout the day. I'm rooting for the Council Network. If you enjoyed the videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more. I'll see you later. Peace.